What's good, y'all? Dizzle Kid back with another video. Today, the main topic on this video is how I trade supply and demand, right? I'm gonna show y'all my full top-down analysis on what I look for when it comes to trading supply and demand, right? Also, I'm gonna go ahead and break down the trade I take. If I do find a setup, I'm gonna break it down for y'all. That way y'all can see, get a real feeling of what I'm doing and what I'm looking for, right? And how I enter these trades, right? Also, yesterday I didn't trade because it just wasn't no setup for me to take. I didn't drop a video yesterday because I was driving all day. Literally, I didn't have no rest, like no break yesterday. Monday, I did take that L on Monday, unfortunately. But like I said, your losses don't define you. So today's a new day. We're just gonna come back better, stronger, with a stronger mindset. We're gonna stay disciplined. We're gonna stay consistent. We're gonna look for our setup. If we see our setup, we're gonna take our setup, right? Yeah. Other than that, man, I hope y'all having a blessed one. Hope y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Stay tuned. I am going home next week, so I'm kind of excited for that, just to get off the road for a little bit. But other than that, man, we're gonna have a good one. Today's a new day. We coming back with a stronger mindset, stronger energy, and we just finna annihilate the charts today, y'all. Yesterday, I did not take a trade. Reason why I didn't take a trade yesterday is because there was just no setup for me to take, so I just decided not to trade. I've been doing good, honestly. When it comes to being disciplined and taking my setup and only my setup, I'm on a streak right now. Usually I'll just take trades that's not even there, but I'm kind of proud of myself that I just had that discipline to not just take trades that aren't there. But today is Tuesday, so I'm gonna just go ahead and see what the market has for me. Wait, is today Tuesday or Wednesday? I think today's Wednesday. Let me check. I'll be losing track of the time, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Today's Wednesday, y'all. Alright, today's Wednesday. Market has not opened yet. This is pre-market, but I just wanted to go ahead and give y'all a full top-down analysis on how I do my top-down analysis when it comes to, trading in general, right? So the first thing I do, obviously, is I like going on the daily just to see the overall bias of the market on which direction it's going. Wait, let me mark these out. I don't know why these keep disappearing. I like my 5-minute. I like my 15-minute. I like my 5-minute. Wait, I like the daily. Oh, the 1 hour as well. The 1 hour, the 15, the 5, and the 1 minute. These are the time frames that I look at, y'all. So we're gonna first go on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, I just want to see the overall trajectory of the market and which direction it's going. So obviously we're going bullish. We're up there, y'all. We are up there. The previous day candle closed bullish, so I'm gonna be looking for buys. Let's look at the 1 hour. The 1 hour, we're in a bullish trend. Look at the EMAs on the 1 hour, lined up beautifully, red, white, and blue, beautiful. 15-minute bullish, 5-minute bullish, 1 minute. Let's see what the 1 minute looking like. 1 minute bullish. Yo, the market looks bullish today overall, right? So this is how I decide my overall trajectory, and just look at the overall bias of the market and which direction it wants to go, right? But the market's gonna do whatever it wants. As soon as the market open, we could just change directions. But as for now, we're looking for buys, y'all. And just looking right now, I already see a setup on NASDAQ, pre-market setup. If y'all look right here closely, we have a nice demand setup right here, A+, actually. A+ setup on NASDAQ right here. Look, check this out. Let me mark it out for y'all. If y'all see it before I mark it out, type a 1 in the comments. You feel me? If y'all notice the setup I'm looking at before I mark it out and break it down, type a 1 in the comments. Alright, so my favorite tool, the rectangle to mark out my zones. Right here we have a beautiful demand, right? We have a beautiful demand right here on NASDAQ. I like to bring it all the way out, right there, boom. Beautiful demand on NASDAQ. We have an imbalance right here. This is gonna be a full trade breakdown. Today's gonna be a good video, y'all. Where's my text tool? So I can mark it out. So I want y'all to see. IMB for imbalance. IMB/FVG. I call it imbalance. Hold on, let me change the color of that. But yeah, I call it imbalance. Some people call it imbalance fair value gap. I don't know. I think it's the same thing, honestly. I'm not sure. If y'all know if it's the same thing or not, let me know. If not, then But overall, I call it imbalance. That's what I'm used to. All right, so we have an imbalance right here, y'all. Wait, where's my arrow? Oh no, this is the wrong tool. Where's the pointer tool? I'm trying to get real technical, y'all. I'm trying to show y'all like this the real deal. Like, I think it should be over here. You know what? I'm gonna just draw a trend line, y'all. So from here to here, boom. This is my imbalance, y'all. Y'all notice how we have a space in between. And let me do this so I can show y'all the space, right? From the bottom, and I'm gonna change the color so y'all can see it as well. I'm gonna change it to yellow, right? And let me change the background as well. Change the background to white. We're gonna get real technical, y'all. This is the full strategy that I use to trade. This is what I look for every day, y'all. Every day. And this happens to be an A+ setup. So y'all notice inside this yellow box, right? There's a gap right here, right? The top of this red wick right here and the bottom of this green wick left an imbalance right here. There's a space right here, meaning that no candles came to fill up this space. Like, let's say you see this red candle right here, how it filled up the space right here. Like it passed, like it didn't leave a space, basically, right? There's a space right here. So this is an imbalance, right? And the fact that this green candle is attached to this red candle makes it a high probability, right? So that's what I look for, right? Also, my trend lines, not my trend lines, my moving averages, right, are aligned beautifully how I like to see them, right? I like when they have a big space in between them, like let's say this gap right here is a big space in between. This has a space as well, but what I like to see is the red, the white, and the blue. The reason I say red, white, and blue all the time is because it's an easy color pattern to remember, because the American flag, red, white, and blue. Also the numbers. The red is the 15, the white is the 50, the blue is the 200. That's how I notify, or not notify, but that's how I associate the moving averages with the colors and the length of them, right? So it's easy for me to remember just off the color on which moving average, like the 15, the 50, or the 200, right? So that's the second thing I look for. First of all, we look for the trend, which is an uptrend. We're bullish right now. Then I look for a break of structure, which is right here. We broke structure 2 times, actually. We broke structure right here, boom. We broke this structure, and we also broke this structure right here, right? So actually, this not really the main structure point. This is the main structure point, because if you look right here, price came up, went down, came up. We're kind of in between right here, right? We never, wait, did we break? I think we did break. Let me see. Okay, yeah, so we did kind of break. We broke with this wick right here. So technically, yeah, we broke 2 structure points, right? Because we went high, went down, went high, created a lower high, created a lower low with this wick, and we just broke this structure. We broke this structure. So we had a high right here, came down, created a lower high, came down, created a lower low, right? Breaking this low right here. So technically, yeah, we broke 2 structure points, right? Am I right or am I wrong? Y'all let me know. But anyways, we broke structure, clear as day, you can see it. So with that being said, we had a trend, uptrend. We have our imbalance. We have our zone right here, our demand zone. Our imbalance candle is attached to the red candle, to the demand candle, right next to each other. That's what I mean when I say attached. When I say attached, I mean it's right next to each other, like literally right next to each other. So the imbalance candle is right next to the imbalance candle is right next to the demand candle, attached to it, right? We have our breakup structure. We have our EMAs lined up. We have our zone marked up. The next thing I wait for is for price to come down into my zone, tap into my zone, and give me a break of the candle towards the upside so I can get my entry, right? This is the full setup. This is what I look for on a daily basis, y'all. This is what I look for. This is an A+ setup right here. A+, right? I go to the 15-minute to see if we have a 15-minute demand, which we do, which is right here. We have a 15-minute demand right here, y'all. Boom. 15-minute demand. On a 15-minute demand, this would be a B+ because our imbalance candle, which is right here, is not attached to our demand candle. But the fact that we still have a setup on the 15-minute, you know, gives me confluence that this is a decent setup right here. Let me drop down to the 1 minute. What I like to see on the 1 minute is my EMAs. My EMAs are lined up beautifully. I got my red, my white, my blue, my 15, my 50, and my 200, right? And all I will wait for is for price to come down, tap into my zone, and just break for the upside. So when I notice that price comes down and tap into my zone on the 5-minute chart, and it gives me that entry, as soon as I enter the trade, I like to drop down to the 1-minute chart so I can monitor what the trades are doing. You know, I like to dive deeper and see like exactly what's going on within the 5-minute candles. You feel me? Because mind you, this is the 1-minute chart. So let's say this right here. Let me get my camera to focus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these 5 candles right here is equivalent to 1 candle on the 5-minute chart, right? So I like to see what the market is doing. So I like to dive deeper and see what's going on. But that's my full trade breakdown for y'all, my full trade analysis. And I'm gonna keep y'all tapped in and see what trade pops up for me today. And if I get anything, I'm gonna just obviously notify y'all. Y'all gonna see what's going on. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all subscribe, and I hope y'all to continue to watch my videos and just join me along this journey to riches. You know, y'all seen the rise to riches. You know, today's gonna be a good video. We're gonna find a banger setup. If I do not find a setup, I'm not taking a trade today, y'all. Simple as that. Okay, y'all, so I did enter this trade here on NASDAQ. Price actually did not go back to the previous setup I just showed y'all. It actually created a new demand because we did break structure right here, leaving me this demand candle. There's not an A+, really a B+, because our imbalance candle is way over here. It's not attached to it, you know, but we actually came and filled that imbalance with this red candle, tapped into our zone, gave me the break of the candle, gave me the break of the candle, and I actually entered right here. And I'm talking in the 1 to 2 on this trade, y'all, to make $400, risking $205 to make $400, y'all. So we gonna see what it does, and it's actually close to market open. I'm really just hoping market open could just shoot me up and, you know, hit my TP, because it's really close, so it's really risky. You know, like when market open, it's a lot of volatility, so we don't know which direction it's gonna go. So we're just gonna continue to hold, y'all. We moving up. Let me mark out a 1 to 3 zone as well, because ain't no telling how far this will go. Let me see. 1 to 3 would be, oh shit, right here. Get my trend line, mark it out. Boom, from here to here would be a 1 to 3. So this 1 to 3 mark would be $600 if it goes up to there. That's a 1 to 3. If I go for a 1 to 4, let's see what a 1 to 4. 1 to 4 would probably be $900. Would be right here, and that'll take me up to, oh, 1 to 4 be 800. Sorry, $800. All right, so I'm put it right here for a 1 to whatchamacallit, boom, to here. We're moving in our direction, y'all. So this is what I love to see. I'm gonna just let price continue doing what it's doing, and then we're just gonna continue to hold, y'all. I'm gonna keep y'all tapped in on how the trade plays out. See, we risking 205 to make 600. Currently up 160, y'all. So we're gonna wait and see. Y'all, this market open candle is scary, y'all. I'm telling y'all. We came all the way down here, y'all. Scary as fuck, I'm telling you. Real scary. We pushing up, y'all. We pushing up. We pushing up. We pushing up. Continue to push up. Don't flip red again. Just push up. Push up. I ain't gonna lie, market open is scary, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's scary as fuck. My heart was pounding, bro. I'm telling you. My heart is pounding. Go to our TP, y'all. Go to our TP. TP right there. Let me move TP to here. Because I'm about to trail. I just secured 400, y'all. We just trail. We trailing along the way. We trailing along the way, y'all. We trailing. Get to this zone, I'm trailing. Get to there. Come on, you know you want to go there. You know you want to go. You know you want to go. Don't wake me out, please. Just continue pushing up, please. Pretty, please. Pretty, pretty, please. Pretty, pretty, please. Come on, go to that 1 to 3, 1 to 3, 1 to 3. Come on, 1 to 3, 1 to 3. 1 to 3, baby. 1 to 3, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You losing momentum, baby? Come on, I believe in you. I believe in you. You know? I'm trailing, y'all. 490. I believe in you, baby. You got this, baby. You know I love you. Hey, y'all. We just closed, man. We just closed. You gotta talk to her sometimes, you know? Damn, I'm trying to show y'all. We closed for 482. Damn, I can't get it to focus, y'all. Let me see. 482, y'all. That was scary. Honestly, that was scary as fuck. I'm scared. Like, my heart is still beating right now. That was a scary trade, y'all. Just the fact that we got so close to stop loss. And I know for a fact we might get to this TP right here, y'all. We might get a TP4. So we closing around like right here. 4A, let me see. For like a 1 to 2.7, y'all. I know y'all see my hand shaking right now, bro. It's cause like, bro, that was intense. That was intense as fuck. Like, very, very intense, y'all. We just hit TP3. That was intense, y'all. Let me go on my stats real quick to show y'all. That was intense. That was intense as fuck, y'all. Oh my gosh. Lordy Lord. Alright, so I did not take a trade yesterday. Today made 482. Ah, that was intense. Oh my gosh. Yo, my heart beating right now. That was intense, y'all. That was intense. So much emotions, y'all. I'm telling you. This was a beautiful trade, though. This was a beautiful trade. This was a beautiful trade. Oh my gosh. My heart's still beating, though. I ain't gonna lie to calm down because that was so intense, bro. Hey, bro, if y'all ever been in a trade before market open, y'all know this feeling, bro. Y'all know this feeling. Just this candle alone. Oh my god. And we got news today. I just checked the calendar, bro. We had news. Hold on, let me see. We had news at 8:30, y'all. We had unemployment. We had fucking news. We had 3 red folders, y'all. And I seen that after I entered the trade. I was supposed to tell y'all, like, you feel me? You gotta check news as well. But, you know, the overall bias is bullish. We had our setup. This was a B plus right here. This was a B plus setup, not the A plus. This was the A plus I was looking for, but came and gave us a B plus. And we just, you know, that was intense. That was intense. That was intense. But overall, we just secured $482 right on market open. Like within 6 minutes of market open, we just secured $482. Oh Lordy, Lordy, Lord, Lordy, Lord. Oh my God, I ain't gonna lie. That was crazy, yo. That was crazy. That was crazy. And for some reason, I felt like I knew that the market was gonna flip, just because like the overall bias is bullish, right? But as soon as this candle formed, I'm like, oh fuck, it's so much emotion. It kept going down and up, down and up, down and up, and I was just waiting for it to flip green, because it was playing around in the red zone for a little bit. It kept going down and up, down and up, down and up. But I'm like, as soon as it flipped green, it's gonna go up. And that's exactly what it did. You know, I done seen this so many times, right? I done seen this so many times. And I feel like overall, like just being a trader and just understanding, like trading for so long, you start to notice certain things about the market. Like during news, how, yeah, this candle right here, I probably think this candle come down and just wick out, you know, or it'll flip, it'll stay red and the next candle will probably turn green and go to TP4, right? This is certain shit I noticed over the years, right? It's like, damn. But overall, that was a good trade, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, that was a good trade. High emotions, high, like, damn. Whew, that was intense. That was intense, y'all. So much anxiety just formed right there. Just like, just off this candle alone, like, oh my God, market open. I ain't gonna lie, market open, that shit, that's a different breed right there. But yeah, y'all. Yep, there go that green candle. It's gonna flip. And it's gonna go to TP4. It's gonna go to TP4, I believe it. Alright, y'all, we at this chemical spot. We'll go ahead and pick up this load real quick. You feel me? So this right here, the chemical we hauling today. Go ahead and close these doors up and get on the road. Just wanted to show y'all what it look like. Y'all see how big these tires is? These shits are huge. Like, let me stand next to one so y'all can see. So like, y'all see how huge this is? Crazy, right? But other than that though, we had a good trading day today. Yesterday I didn't trade yesterday because it just wasn't no setup for me to take. And yeah, it wasn't no setup to take yesterday, so I decided not to trade yesterday. Yesterday was no trading day. So today I came back in the markets. I found a setup, market open setup, took the setup and won, went for a 1 to 2.7, and it's just up from there, you feel me? I did take that L the day before yesterday, which was unfortunate, but I feel like the market was testing me because I decided to stay disciplined and not take another trade, because I knew if I took another trade, I was gonna lose that trade. So I was like, you know what? Let me settle down and let me come back the next day with a whole new mindset, a whole new type of energy, a positive mindset, and let me execute, right? And that's exactly what I did today, y'all. And that just goes to show, like, the process works, you feel me? If you stay disciplined, stay consistent, you could accomplish it, right? And that's exactly what I did today.